BTB listeners, thank you so much for checking out today's episode. Listen, if this episode inspires you, do me a favor, take 5 seconds to shoot me a like and subscribe to the podcast. There are several more exciting guests that are in the pipeline, and I just can't thank you enough for your continued support, and let's keep paying the mission forward.
Don't be afraid of the dark. Be careful with stars. Not every light is gonna guide you, baby.
Welcome to the BTB Project, designed to empower listeners to identify their why and to live their best lives no matter the circumstances. My name is Kollman Gerhardt, a former athlete and motivational coach. I've had the opportunity to inspire thousands through my story and help accomplish what they are built to be. You'll be encouraged by each and every episode, and let's get into it.
Yeah, when I blow up, I'ma soar high like Peter Pan. In real life, be living all my dreams. If I'm waking up, it's in a foreign land.
In today's BTB short, I want to dive into a question that I get asked pretty often, and that is around career decisions and fulfillment in life. Now, I know as the listener, as you hear that, you're taking a lot of situations that you're thinking about, and it can be overwhelming to even look at fulfillment, how we're pursuing our day in and day out, and where we're spending most of our time outside of friends and family on how we're going to be an impact in the world. And really, in the grand scheme of life, all of us are really seeking this thread of fulfillment. And my goal in this BTB short today is to help you understand where you can find that sense of purpose that gives us all meaning to the value that we're contributing to society and to the world on a daily basis. But I want you to understand the importance of having that purpose, having that fulfillment, and embarking on that journey. Because if you're not able to have that self-discovery, it's going to be really challenging to do things, not only when it comes to goal setting, but anything extraordinary in your life. And the goal is to obviously live with having a life that's rich in passion, purpose, and a profound fulfillment. So I want to go with 8 really tips that help you on that fulfillment piece. And it could be around anything that you're doing in your life, goal setting, career. And the first thing that I want you to tap into is aligning with your values. If you do not have a value system in your life, what do you have to fall back on? I call this the brick and mortar of your life. When all things don't go the way that you want, what are you standing on? What do you have left that allows you to feel fulfilled or have purpose? But I want you to take the time to identify your core values. And I want you to seek out opportunities in your life or activities that resonate with your core value. When those actions align with what matters most to you, fulfillment naturally flows. So for me and the BTB project, a lot of the things that I'm doing today are a byproduct of things that I didn't like having when I was growing up. The insecurities, the self-doubt, the lack of fulfillment, being in situations where I was trying to go after something and I was being fed more of how I'm not going to be able to accomplish what I want to do rather than what are the possibilities and what I'm capable of. So the BTB project became a mission to help people not have to experience the shortcomings that I experienced. And having that value system to fall back on is one of the biggest blessings in my life because as much as it was difficult to go through some of the circumstances that I had, it gives me a lot of hope and encouragement to know that I can share these stories, that I can share the journey, and that it is something that can encourage you as the listener and to learn from those stories. After you're able to align with your value system, another good tip for fulfillment is truly explore your interests. Make a list of things that you enjoy, whether it's career or goals, and paths that align those interests. Because finding joy in what you do is a key in fulfillment in life. I really enjoy helping others, uncovering needs, aligning value accordingly. I love to listen. I love to hear some of the challenges that people are facing because I believe most challenges can be overcome as you're working through developing a value system and diving into interests that truly resonate with you. I know that there's a lot of cliche quotes out there, but essentially leading with joy in any interest that you have, especially when it comes to career. I mean, if you're doing something in joy, it's almost like you've never worked a day in your life. You're just going out fulfilling your purpose. But make sure you cast a wide net. Don't be so fixed focus on doing one thing. You got to have the ability to try multiple things to see what you like and what you don't like in life. And the third thing is make sure that you're defining your mission. I say often that a well established why can overcome any how. And being able to craft that personal mission statement that outlines your aspirations and goals, that's going to be the guide that's going to help the decisions that you make be on par with your values, be in alignment of your interest. And more importantly, it's going to help you stay focused on what truly matters to you. Every company, organization that I've worked for has that key mission statement, has kind of the foundation of alignment that allows you to understand who you're working for, why you're there. And we should have that for ourselves. And that mission could change at any given moment. It doesn't change much, but being able to have it is critical for when you're looking to have fulfillment in life. Next is build positive relationships. As we do things in community, it's a heck of a lot easier to do it with someone standing alongside of you who's also going after fulfillment, trying to find joy in what they're pursuing. But cultivating those meaningful connections with others, especially ones that you share the same value and aspirations with, doing that and having supportive people around you is going to greatly enhance your sense of fulfillment. Relationships are so important, whether it's with a significant other or friends, or family, that support system coinciding with your value, coinciding with your mission statement becomes an overall surrounding of support that's going to complement the fulfillment in your life. So, where are those positive relationships? Can you list 3 to 5 people that you have in your life right now that are helping you point in the right direction, that are helping you go after the goals and ambitions that you're looking for? Make sure that you keep those names close to your heart. And yes, those names will change on any given day, depending on where you're at, but just as long as it's in alignment of your value system, it's so important for when you're tackling fulfillment. On a daily basis, the next step is make sure that you're always setting daily goals. Break down all of these long term goals that you have for yourself into smaller, achievable tasks. I actually have this really cool clock that I got on Amazon that's sitting on my desk. And essentially, if I push it, it has a timer and I can change it to any amount of time. And I use it to try to be a little bit more focused on daily tasks that I have in my job. But being able to break down those small, achievable goals that I have throughout my day and doing so in more of a systematic approach with a timer allows me to have short term, quick wins each day that build into long term success. Sometimes when we're making these plans to be fulfilled, that's a big, broad picture. And be able to break it down and to simplify it is something that I suggest you should do as the listener. It's 13 bucks on Amazon to get a timer that, to me, that $13 being able to use it and implement it to stay efficient and effective with my daily goals has been critical for me to have any sort of success that I've seen long term. Next, as well as embracing new opportunities. Sometimes we get so complacent and set in our ways, but being open to trying new things and stepping outside of our comfort zone is so important. Every single day, you have to have those moments of uncertainty. When you self inflict discomfort in your life, it galvanizes you, it allows you to have a thicker skin, a thicker and more composed mindset to tackle difficult circumstances that not if, but when they come up in your life, you'll have the arsenal and the toolbox to overcome them. But being able to have those new opportunities, most of the things that are most exciting in life are way outside of your comfort zone. And just remember that each new opportunity is a change and a chance for growth and discovery. Getting 1% better each and every day, and that small piece by piece victories that you have in those daily tasks, where tremendous success and long term growth happens in your life. Last two on fulfillment is consider entrepreneurship. Whether it was starting my own business out of college as a coach or doing what I'm doing now on this podcast for the BTB Project. If you, as the listener, have ever dreamed of starting your own business, take the leap. Entrepreneurship offers the freedom to pursue your passions and create the life that truly fulfills you. Not everyone's built to be a W-2 employee sitting behind the desk and, checking in at 9 and leaving at 5. Some people are built to be an artist. Some people are built to start a crafts business or a counseling business, an LLC, whatever you can think of. But being able to do that, especially in today's day and age where there's so much uncertainty with stability in career and roles, but finding fulfillment by taking the bull by the horns and doing your own thing, it's the scariest thing I've ever done in my life. But it's also the most exhilarating when you start seeing momentum and seeing those little wins and knowing that you're building something that's memorable, that's going to impact people's lives. Consider entrepreneurship when it comes to fulfillment. And last but not least, play to your strengths. Identify your strengths and seek out roles in career or your goals or activities that allow you to leverage your strengths. When you're doing what you're good at and what you love, fulfillment naturally follows. All of us have strengths and weaknesses. A lot of times as a coach, people come to me and ask, how can you help me make my weaknesses better. We don't talk often enough about how to maximize our strengths and to use them to minimize our weaknesses. Fulfillment isn't going to always be daisies and rose petals. Even when you're fulfilled, you're still going to have moments of where your strengths and how you've built the success that you have to leverage it. You have to maximize it. For me, it's a platform of communication. How can I be a better communicator? How can I actively continue to listen, to help people? But more importantly, how can I communicate in a way that will resonate with you as the listener? These 8 tips on fulfillment will allow you to maximize the opportunities that you have in your life. It is not easy to live a fulfilled life. But as you're setting those daily goals for a long-term play, taking a little bit of risk, you're surrounding yourself with an awesome support system, playing to your strengths, well-established mission statement and why. Watch what you can do with your life. Fulfillment is something that we're all seeking. But at the end of the day, it's truly inside each and every one of us that's waiting to unleash, that's ready to go help a lot of people, and more importantly, be an impact on this world. Listen, if this BTB short on fulfillment was an impact to you, do me a favor, like and subscribe to the BTB Project. Better yet, send this episode to a family member, friend, or colleague and tell them why it was important to you. Send it to someone who just needs to be encouraged and needs to be fulfilled in their life. As a BTB community, let's continue to help each other, push each other 1% better each and every day. And as always, I'm proud of each and every one of you. And until next time, take care.